Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who ruined their own life. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Some guy at work was caught red-handed stealing AirPods from the locker room. When he was sent to pick up his own kit before being sent home, he excused himself to go to the toilet and took his shit on the floor. The kicker is that we work on an oil rig. It's impossible to get away with theft. And he was a senior technician making really good money. He didn't need the AirPods. He was just stealing for the fun of it. He's now not required back, and all the companies talk to each other. He shied away his career over a pair of AirPods. Why? Seriously, why would you do that? For example, if you're making like 150k a year, why would you try to steal AirPods? That's like $200, right? What the hell? My husband's friend had a beautiful wife, gorgeous house, 2 lovely boys, a job he loved, and lots of great friends who loved him. Then he decided at the age of 35 to get into hard drugs. He has been in and out of prison for violent crimes, transportation of large volumes of heroin, burglary, and stalking. He's homeless again as he burned down his flat on purpose to get a move. No one will ever talk to him again. He's now 55 and has nothing. His wife divorced him after giving him far too many chances. His sons hate him. His real friends gone forever. All for nothing. Why? He had everything, and what, was he bored? Was he like, this life just ain't doing it for me. Everything is too good. There's no drama in my life. You know, I just need that excitement. Some people mistake being comfortable for boredom, you know? That's like, it's the best thing ever. Being comfortable is the best thing. Even if you're bored while being comfortable, it's still the best thing. People don't understand that if you're bored, it means you have time and you're just comfortable and there's just no drama in your life. You know what I mean? I have a friend, I'll call him Jay, smart as heck, but maybe a little on the spectrum, so clueless as to social things. But he made great money in tech. One day he's at a friend's house and the friend said something to the effect of, nobody could bug my house without me knowing. So Jay thought it would be funny to put a spare webcam he happened to have in his backpack in his friend's entertainment center, plugged into his Xbox, just to see how long it took for him to notice. Well, the friend didn't notice, but his friend's girlfriend did, and thought the friend had been recording them having sex, so she called the cops. The cops arrested the friend. Jay hears about it and goes in to explain. He didn't think he needed a lawyer. He figured the cops would be able to see it as a dumb misunderstanding. Thing is, in my state, placing a recording device in someone's home without their consent is a sex crime. And Jay just admitted it to the cops on the record that he had done so. Also, in my state, it's a law that all sex crimes must be prosecuted. So even though Jay's friend and his friend's girlfriend didn't want to press charges, Jay still got prosecuted. The prosecutor and judge were as gentle as they could be, but he was still convicted. Now, as a registered sex offender for life, he has trouble finding and keeping work, gets harassed by neighbors, can't go to most of his kids' sport events, etc. All over one seemingly harmless prank. That's crazy. This is why I just don't prank people. Seriously, it's not worth it. Even though he thought this was going to be so harmless. Yeah, it's just never a good idea to put like a spy webcam in someone else's residence, right? Yeah, not a good idea, seriously. I mean, he brought it upon himself, but I do feel bad. My dad, he was a really talented mechanic and a shop foreman. Well-liked, made great money, loved his job, owned a nice house in a beautiful neighborhood, in a port town we all loved. Married to a wonderful woman, my mom had 2 kids. He just couldn't stop drinking. He became abusive and horrible, lost everything. His house, his job, his family. He drank himself to death when I was 19 and my sister was 17. He died alone. To her enormous credit, after she left, my mum put herself through school and supported us all on her own. She got blacklisted by my dad's family and her since the divorce was something they all looked down upon and felt she shouldn't shame the family. Why isn't the family blaming the dad? You know? Dude, it's so crazy how in-laws are just stupid. They even threatened to gang up on her and lie in court saying she was on drugs. She was not. It was the bravest and best thing she ever could have done for us. At the funeral, all these same people just kept telling her how brave she was, and we didn't know how bad he was till years later. Oh, my sister and I are both successful, thriving adults with great professions. We have our own families and children. We both own our houses and have good income. We're well educated. Our lives are filled with love. It's all thanks to my mum. Over the years, I think about my dad from time to time. Having my own children now, a husband, all of whom I love dearly, I can't imagine any scenario I would ever put them through that. I don't feel sad about it anymore, but it's just such a waste. His whole life, and for what? Some liquid in a bottle. Addiction is a terrible thing. Man, bless the mum. Seriously. We don't give mums enough credit. Oh my gosh. making me teary because thinking about my mom too. She's the best person ever. Guy was a doctor and now cannot work because he hit his wife while they were getting a divorce. Can you imagine seeing a doctor and just thinking, what a nice guy he is. He's helping people because he loves to help people. And then you hear about this. Oh, he actually hits his wife. With the same hand that he's using to save people, he hits his wife. Ain't no way. My brother was offered a really well-paying job doing something he's excellent at. He thought it would be too easy, so he chose a more challenging job in a less appealing environment with a boss who's a real jerk. He hoped to impress him. Now he's really unhappy. I just don't understand why he puts himself through this kind of thing. Oh me gosh. Why? Seriously, why? I worked on a school bus as a monitor aide. There was one driver, we'll call him Ed. Ed was always complaining about something. Every single day there was some new issue. He was a bit of a pain. He got into an argument with one of our supervisors over the radio one day and earned himself a 3-day suspension. His first morning back from his suspension, first route of the day, he gets on the radio and starts back complaining. Dispatch asks him a few simple questions. He responds with hostility and some really unprofessional comments. The director of the transportation gets on the radio and asks Ed to meet him in his office after morning routes. Ed responds, I'll be there if I have time. Boss says, I need you to understand that this is not optional. Ed comes back, I need you to understand I'll be there if I have time. Mind you, this is on the radio as we are picking up high school kids. Everyone can hear what's happening this entire time. Another dispatcher calls in and tells Ed, when you finish your high school route, park your bus there at the school. We are bringing someone to take your route over and to bring you to the lot. Ed did not like this and responded by saying, negative, I'm finishing my route. Me, if you want someone to drive my route, you get our boss's bus and have her come drive this route. Otherwise, I'm finishing my route. Dispatch asked for an ETA to the high school. He responded, whenever our boss's bus is gonna be there. Otherwise, I get them when I get there. Somewhere around this time, he starts talking like they were targeting him and picking on him and that it ends today. Again, at this point, he has a bus full of high school kids. Now, I did not see what happened at the high school, but I heard from several other drivers. Apparently, the police were waiting for him once he got there and they removed him from the bus. To quote one driver, he acted a fool the entire time. I'm not sure exactly what he was charged with. Maybe kidnapping, since he acted like he wasn't going to bring the kids to school unless he got what he wanted. But I do know he was arrested and fired. A few days later, we get the news that he had a heart attack and died, most likely from all the stress. Dude, if I was on the bus and I hear my bus driver say, it ends today. Bitch, what the hell? Dude, that's scary. This is why you don't have crazy people in charge of kids, okay? Holy, seriously. So many bus drivers are a bit crazy. What the hell? I mean, obviously not all bus drivers, because we know some bus drivers will give up their life for the kids. But like these kind of bus drivers, do they have like an ego or something? My younger brother broke up with the girl he liked because she farted in her sleep. He was telling my older brother and I that he was in the midst of a miserable dry spell and how he'd been seeing a girl he liked, but then she farted in her sleep and he was so grossed out because there are some things you don't need to see your SO doing. It just felt like the mystery was gone. My older brother was like, yeah, because that's what the mystery was about, farting. I hope he knows that girls take a shit too. That's mad. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.